It's a windy day, very windy day here in St. Kitts. It's actually its own two island nation, St. Kitts and Nevis. It's also referred to as St. Christopher Island. It has the first English colony in the Caribbean that was here. I was hoping to take a train around the island. They have like this kind of like a sugarcane train that runs around the island, but it looks like it's closed today, but I'm going to still go see if there's another way to see if I can get a tour around the island. St. Kitts and Nevis. It's a two-island nation here in the Caribbean, also known as St. Christopher Island, and was the first English colony in the Caribbean. That's the St. Kitts and Nevis flag. I'm assuming 2 stars for the 2 islands.
You see, and when they finished, they intend to ship, they left. And that was how that sad time began for us in the 1940s, when our African ancestors were brought to the island, you see. So this is the Caribbean side of the island. That is the Caribbean side. A memorial in honor of them. Every second Sunday in the month of November, we celebrate. Every March of every year, every month end of March, every year, we do a swim from thorns. Here with me. This is what I mean when I say thorns. If you want to pass it back, you want to see, don't prick your finger, please. But that is what, you can open the window there. Years of independence.
In 1620s. So supposedly this property was owned by Samuel Jefferson, the great-great-grandfather of Thomas Jefferson. It was like the first hydroelectric thing built in the Caribbean. Lime kiln. Karen couple. This is how they grind sugarcane using water power. So they had this aqueduct here that had the water, I guess, come in and power a wheel that used to be here.
When the water hit the wheel, it spins. The sugarcane roller. That's what we put to the sugarcane and they roll out. Then here,
big tower there.
over here.
Just here on the right of us. Now I have to ask the question. I know I asked it earlier and nobody wants to go up to the top, right? That's enough. A boat yard here to the right of us. Is this where the boats come for dry dock? To 1713. The island of St. Kitts was handed some 7 times back and forth between the French and the British. The first cannons were laid in 1690 by the...
So this is where they say the Atlantic meets the Caribbean. Zoom in on that. So these neighboring islands are owned by the Dutch. dormant volcano, and also you have St. Kitts. Interesting. So it's still been windy and breezy, which is nice when it's a sunny day like today. These are a couple of Dutch-owned islands. I forget the names of them from the tour guide, but only like 7 miles away, and there's some islands owned by another country. Getting to learn that St. Kitts and Nevis, not Nevis, but Nevis, St. Kitts and Nevis was, I guess, split between the French and the British, and obviously they exchanged hands multiple times. There was a lot of, I guess, fighting between the French and British over the islands, but they've now gained their independence and they're their own two-island nation. So some interesting history that occurred out here. But yeah, getting to complete the drive. So now I'm on the furthest northwestern point of St. Kitts. Going to complete the loop around, and yeah, let's see what other lookout points and other things they have along the way.
Millstone that would have been on the inside, and a huge platform would have been there, and wind power along with animal power pulling the millstone around. The ancestors would put the sugar cane inside the mill, because these were used right up until the early 1920s, because our railroad was built between the years 1912 to 1929. And so after they built the railroad, they stopped using these. So these are now called our heritage sites, historical heritage sites, but they were used back then in the early times from the 1600s to the 1900s for the cultivation. That's still volcano there to the right, deposit, the lava rock deposit. This is one of our many black sand beach. This one, however, is on the Atlantic side. One of our many black sand beaches on the Atlantic side. And there is signs. You can see all the sand here. That is how high the waves can get. They can reach all the way over on this side. See the sand on the side of the street? This is how high the waves can get at times.
Okay, I'm here at the Black Rocks. So when the now dormant volcano would have erupted years ago, the lava flow went this way, according to the tour guide. The volcano being there behind me. So the lava would flow all the way over to here, and hence we have the Black Rocks. Okay, so I'm at Timothy's Point. So over here is the Atlantic, and over there is the Caribbean, and then Nevis is back in the background here. But what a view! Got a tunnel going through there. I think that brings you down, and it comes from there to there. Look how pretty that water looks. So this is the other side of the Timothy Lookout Point. That's I think that's called Half Moon Bay down there. I think the white building's over on the far side of the bay. That's the Marriott. But very picturesque. So this is supposed to be the side of the island with the nice beaches. You see a lot of residences and properties here. There's also the golf course on the side of St. Kitts. Of course, there's the highest peak, which is the dormant volcano. Good to see restaurants accepting cryptocurrencies. Hopefully we'll see more and more of this in the near future.